What's up? It's Mike Vick, man. We're back for another segment of my top 7 greatest of all time. This week's list, my favorite wide receivers that I would have loved to throw the football to. Number 7, Terrell Owens. Now, he was famously known for saying, "Get your popcorn ready," and for good reason. Listen, Terrell Owens was a guy who didn't drop balls, caught everything in traffic, can beat you vertically down the field, and was a guy that you can throw a quick screen to and can take it to the house. Strong, fast, everything that you wanted in a receiver, and if I would have had him for one season, who knows where I would have ended up. Steve Smith, number 6, ice up, son. Now, they say big things come in small packages, and Steve was truly one of those guys. Don't mess with him, don't talk crazy to him, because he will have a rebuttal. In-game experience, this guy will give you everything that you need as a receiver. He was tough, he was hard-nosed, and the thing that I like most about Steve Smith, he'll get in there, he'll block you too. Along with all the catches, it's a reason why he made consistent Pro Bowls, and he's a future Hall of Famer. Steve Smith, number 6, big things come in small packages. Get your ice, son. Number 5, Larry Fitzgerald. Now, if Larry was on the outside for me, we would throw a ton of jump balls. It's so many highlights of Larry going up, taking the football from a defender, and just pretty much sunning them, or what they call now, mossing them. So many moments. I mean, for a guy that big to be able to run great routes, get in and out of breaks, and when the ball touches gloves, it's not coming off, it's everything that a quarterback wants. If I could build a team, I would probably start with Larry Fitzgerald. Number 4, Michael Irvin. Now, go to Google, take a look at some of Michael Irvin's greatest highlights. Now, you won't see a lot of throws down the field, you won't see a lot of over-the-top catches, but what he specialized in was the scrabs, was the seam posts, was the deep digs. He had a big body, and he used it to his advantage. One of the reasons Troy Aikman was a 3-time Super Bowl winner was because he had Michael Irvin on the outside. The ball touches his hands, it's not coming out. Defenders had a hard time defending him. Even Deion Sanders in the 1994 NFC Championship game, which the San Francisco 49ers happened to win. But nevertheless, Michael Irvin always was an impact player, and you can ask Troy Aikman, he'll vouch. Number 3, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning's go-to guy. And you know what? If I had him on my team, he would have been my go-to guy. He specialized in running the short routes, the in-breaking routes, the routes that wasn't time routes or not having to go down the field all the time. What he did, he made you pay in the middle of the field, and that's where he was the most effective. Go watch the highlights and you will see him and Peyton with so many connections. I can't tell you how many catches he had because it was so many. Marvin Harrison had to share catches with Reggie Wayne, and he still was one of the most prolific wide receivers to ever play the game of football. I'm telling you, if I had a guy like Marvin Harrison, I would have 2 or 3 rings on my finger right now, but I didn't, so I have none. Marvin Harrison with a gazillion catches, only 1 Super Bowl to match. Could have been more, but nevertheless, he was one of the greatest to ever play the game. I love the guy. You was a beast, bro. Number 2, Randy Moss. Just throw it up. Listen, it's a phrase named after Randy right now. You get mossed. So many guys got mossed over the course of their careers. So all the young kids growing up who aspire to be receivers, watch Randy Moss. You might not grow to 6'5", 225 pounds. You might only be 6 feet, 200 pounds. That don't mean you can't play like Randy Moss. Man, when I'm talking about the ultimate player and game changer, he revolutionized the wide receiver position. And that was because he had another great one alongside him in Chris Carter. But you can throw the ball up and put it anywhere near Randy, he's gonna get it. He was hungry, he loved the game of football, and that's what made him an exceptional player, his love for the game. Randy Moss, my number 2, could have easily been number 1, but I think everyone knows who's the greatest receiver of all time. With that being said, number 1, Jerry Rice. What can I say? I mean, Steve Young, Joe Montana, go ask those guys about Jerry Rice and his work ethic. Listen, any receiver that's gonna work harder than a quarterback, I have to have him on my team. He would have made me so much better. He would have made me greater. He made everybody around him greater. I think Jerry Rice will go down in history as the greatest receiver ever. I don't care who comes after him, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Jerry Rice is my number 1. He did everything and more for the game of football. Jerry, congratulations for making #1 on my list.